This video is about proving a quadrilateral is a rectangle. The method is, first you have to prove the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Then after that, you can prove that the diagonals are congruent. If both of those are true, then it's a rectangle. So it says, prove this quadrilateral is a rectangle. So let's first plot the points. After plotting the points, it certainly looks like it's a rectangle. But I would first want to make sure that it is a parallelogram. So it says show, I just want to show this. Show that it's a parallelogram. And then show that the diagonals are congruent. So by showing this parallelogram, I know all my opposite sides have to be parallel. This side has a slope that is rise 2, run 1, 2, 3, 4. So that slope is 2/4. This slope, run 4, run 2, rise 2. So over 4 up 2. That's 2/4 as well. So these two sides are parallel. This side has a slope that is 1/2 down. So -2/1. And this goes down 2/1. It's also -2/1. So these two sides are parallel. So I know the opposite sides are parallel, so I know it's at least a parallelogram. It says next, prove that the diagonals are congruent. So I'm going to prove that the distance from these 2 points is the same as the distance from those points. So I'm going to use the distance formula here. I want to find a distance from G and I. G has a coordinate is 1, 1. I has a coordinate is 4, 5. Using distance formula, I'm going to first subtract the x's and subtract the y's. So it's going to be 4 take away 1 squared, then 5 take away 1 squared. So 4 take away 1 squared that's 3 squared, so that's 9. 5 take away 1 is 4 squared, so that's 16. 9 plus 16 is 25. Square root of 25 is 5. And then I want to prove that this diagonal is the same, so I'm choosing J to H. J's coordinate is 0, 3. H's coordinate is 5, 3. It's going to be 5 take away 0. And then 3 take away 3. 5 take away 0 is 5 squared. 3 take away 0. 3 take away 3 is 0. So it's 5 squared is 25. 0 squared is 0. That's square root of 25, which is also 5. So both of those diagonals are 5. So since it is a parallelogram and the diagonals are congruent, I can say that the shape, the letters are G, H, I, J. So G, H, I, J is a parallelogram because opposite sides are parallel. And then it said step 2 is calculate the diagonals. We already proved that they're both 5. So I can say that JH and GI. So GI and segment JH are congruent. So GHIJ is a rectangle because it's a parallelogram because it's a parallelogram with congruent diagonals. That's it. We can prove now that a shape is a rectangle. If I can prove it's a parallelogram with congruent diagonals. All right, let's try one more. In this one, I want to prove a quadrilateral is a rhombus. Or to do that, I want to prove that all 4 sides are congruent. If that's true, it makes it a parallelogram, and there's a special parallelogram called a rhombus. And that's true. Another parallelogram has also all 4 sides are congruent as a square, which is also a rhombus. So we're going to prove this by showing that all sides are congruent. So let's plot these points. Alright, so this is the shape. And we want to prove that all sides are congruent to each other. So they gave us coordinates. I could make right triangles, but I have to make sure you know I use distance formula. So I'm going to do each one of these with distance. So we find the coordinates from A to B, the distance from A to B. A has a distance of negative 1, 3. B has a distance of 3, 6. Well, the coordinate 3, 6. And A's coordinate is negative 1, 3. So the distance from A to B equals to 3 take away 1. So 3 plus 1. 6 take away 3. So 3 plus 1 is 4 squared. 6 take away 3 is 3 squared. That's 16 plus 9. And that's 25, which is 5. And then I want to find the distance from B to C. So B is 3, 6. C is 8, 6. So starting off, this is 8 take away 3. This is 6 take away 6, which is 5 squared plus 0 squared, which is 25 plus 0, which is 25, which is 5. True, if I could have counted that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is 5. For that matter, this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I won't bother doing distance formula for that length. And I'm going to use distance formula for CB though. This is BC, and this is CD. So CD, C is at 8, 6, and D is at 4, 3. So the distance would be 4 take away 8, and 3 take away 6. 4 take away 8 is negative 4 squared. 3 take away 6 is negative 3 squared. Truthfully, you don't need the negative sign. You know why? Because when you square, it's going to be positive anyway. So you don't plug it in and get the wrong answer. You can just square positive 4 and get 16. And square positive 3 and get 9. Because you plug it in, you might get negative 16 because you probably plugged it in wrong if you got negative 16 because you didn't plug it in with parentheses. So you don't mess it up. Just leave the negative off. When you square it, it should be positive anyway. So that should be the square root of 25 as well. So that should be 5. So this length is 5. This length was 5. This length was 5. That length was 5. So all the sides are 5. So I know that AB is congruent to BC, it's congruent to CD, it's congruent to one that I did not find, which was AD. So ABCD is a rhombus because all sides are congruent. That's it. That's all I have. Good luck.